Hey folks, so welcome back today. This is an impromptu video for a demonstration on this Mann wax melter. This is a 10-pound wax melter that you plug into an electrical outlet, and I just want to show you how I'm going to use it. So without further ado, take a closer look. This is somewhat rendered beeswax that I collected over the months from my solar wax melter. This unit I purchased from Mann. It's got a spigot already on the front. It looks like just the normal Presto pot, and you'll see it has a thermostat on the side. And for wax melting, you never really go above warm. Wax will scald and discolor, so never go above warm when you're trying to melt wax. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to load up that pot, and we'll set it on warm. We'll put the cover on it, and when it's all melted and liquefied, I'm going to open this spigot, and I'm using just a real cheap hand sieve. And this is fine enough that it's going to collect anything big. Obviously the smaller dirt particles will come through it. It's not as good as cheesecloth probably. I could use cheesecloth or a paint strainer, perhaps a piece of paper towel, but for now we'll use this way as a first pass, and then I'm just going to pour a little bit of water on the bottom of this butter tub, and when the wax fills all the way up, we'll just let it cool and harden, and that'll be a refined block that I can remelt again and then turn into candles or do whatever. So stay tuned, and I'll show you more. Okay, so you can see I have it now pretty much filled up. I tried to not go over the brim of the pot to be safe. We're going to go ahead and put the lid on the front. They're using a magnetized type of adapter, really handy in case the cord is tripped. It easily comes out without dumping over the contents. I love that safety feature. And just like I said, we're not going to go above warm. Okay folks, so you'll see it's been a full 90 minutes, and you'll see all this wax has been nicely melted. Maybe a little bit of chunky wax floating, but for the most part not that bad at all. I'm going to go ahead and stir this a little bit more just to make sure it's properly melted as best I can, and then we'll go ahead and we'll strain it through. Now underneath I have some really hot water that I just poured out of a tea kettle. I'm using that hand sieve with a paint strainer over top of it. And here you go, folks. Dual purpose, obviously, if you're a mead maker. How about some beeswax coated mead bottles? So we'll just take this, we'll turn it upside down. now that we got all those wine bottles nicely wax dipped there, let's go ahead and strain this beeswax. Again, we have some, probably at this time it's warmed up water. It was nice and boiling from a tea kettle. So by now it's cooled down a bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna open up that spigot and we're gonna let that wax drain through. That's a paint strainer. And then we have a nice fine mesh sieve. So let's see how this goes. The volume. I don't try to go above this little lip here, but it's draining very nicely.